There was an unspoken pact that lasted for more than half a century between two country music icons born in 1932, Johnny Cash and Loretta Lynn. They rose to the top together, and they also kept hidden the private sides of their lives that the public had always longed to uncover. Behind the dazzling curtain of the spotlight, what was the true nature of the relationship between the man in black and the coal miner's daughter? At the age of 90, Loretta Lynn chose to lift that veil of mystery. Her final reflections turned countless assumptions upside down, revealing a haunting spiritual truth. Let us go back in time to the very first moment they met.
We were going to write together 2 weeks before he died. We talked about it.
Wow.
We were going to get together and write, and we never got to.
While Loretta Lynn was nurturing her passion for music, Johnny Cash began attracting attention in Memphis after signing with Sun Records. Songs such as Hey Porter and especially I Walk the Line quickly established him as one of the leading figures in the growing wave of country blended with rockabilly.
That I'm a fool for you because you're mine. I walk the line. It's getting light outside. This old train is puffing smoke and I have to strain my eyes.
Johnny Cash found success early in his career. His distinctive deep voice and calm stage presence set him apart from many of his contemporaries. In a relatively short time, he built a large following and became a regular performer on major stages across the United States.
Music is my first love. I have a new contract and I'm right in the middle of a new album which will be released in February.
Not long afterward, Loretta Lynn also began her professional music career. After signing her first recording contract, she quickly gained attention with her heartfelt voice and songs that honestly reflected the lives of working-class women. Her early success brought her to Nashville, the center of the country music industry. The performance scene in Nashville created the opportunity for Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash to meet. They frequently appeared at major music programs, concert tours, and especially events at the Grand Ole Opry, where many of the biggest names in country music gathered. Their first meeting was not connected to any extraordinary event or headline-making story. It was simply an introduction between two artists building their careers in the same field. From their early conversations and shared performances, they quickly developed a deep respect for each other's talent and professional dedication. As time passed, they had more opportunities to share the stage. Performing together allowed Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash to better understand each other's approach to their work. Both were regarded as consummate professionals who carefully prepared for every performance and consistently showed respect for their audiences. One notable milestone came when Loretta Lynn appeared on The Johnny Cash Show, the highly popular television program hosted by Johnny Cash. The show featured many of the leading artists in country folk and gospel music, bringing the work of numerous performers to audiences across the United States. Loretta Lynn's appearance on the program reflected her growing status in the music industry. It also highlighted the positive professional relationship between the two artists. Johnny Cash consistently welcomed fellow performers whom he admired for their talent and dedication to music. Although they worked together frequently, the relationship between Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash was never associated with romance or personal scandal. People who worked alongside them consistently described their friendship as one built on mutual respect, understanding, and a shared passion for country music. Loretta Lynn also held a deep admiration for June Carter Cash. She often spoke of June as a gifted artist and someone who played a vital role in Johnny Cash's life. The close bond between their families strengthened the friendship between Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash over the years. Alongside their success on stage, both Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash understood the pressures that came with life as performers. Demanding tour schedules, constant travel, and the expectations of the public were experiences they both shared. Those similarities allowed them to relate to each other on a deeper level. Loretta Lynn always described Johnny Cash as an artist who treated his fellow performers with genuine kindness. Even after becoming one of the biggest stars in country music, he remained approachable at work and willingly spent time talking with other artists after performances. Those moments left a lasting impression on Loretta Lynn. In return, Johnny Cash also showed great respect for Loretta Lynn, as he watched her rise from humble beginnings to become one of the most successful female artists in country music. They shared more than the stage. They also shared a deep appreciation for the enduring traditions of American music. That friendship faced its greatest test, as Johnny Cash entered the most difficult period of his life. Before his passing left Loretta Lynn with memories she would carry for the rest of her life. Farewell. During the final years of his life, Johnny Cash's health declined significantly. After decades of working at an intense pace, he faced multiple medical conditions at the same time, with diabetes being the most serious. A series of complications led to repeated hospitalizations for treatment and greatly limited his public performances. In addition to diabetes, Johnny Cash also struggled with neurological and respiratory problems. At one point, his health forced him to cancel work commitments and spend most of his time resting at his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Even so, he continued making every effort to record music and complete the projects he had left unfinished. Throughout those difficult years, June Carter Cash remained by her husband's side as his devoted caregiver. She was not only his wife, but also the emotional support that helped Johnny Cash overcome many of life's hardships. Their relationship had long been regarded as one of country music's most celebrated love stories. The greatest loss came on May 15, 2003, when June Carter Cash passed away from complications related to heart valve replacement surgery. Her death was a devastating blow to her family, friends, and countless fans. For Johnny Cash, the loss left a void that was impossible to replace. After June's passing, Johnny Cash's health continued to deteriorate. He still appeared in the recording studio and completed several of his final recordings, and those closest to him could clearly see that his physical condition was declining rapidly. Many believed that the emotional loss also had a profound impact on his strength and overall health. On September 12, 2003, Johnny Cash passed away at Baptist Hospital in Nashville at the age of 71. According to the official statement released by his family and the hospital, the cause of death was respiratory failure resulting from complications of diabetes. His passing brought to a close the life of one of the most influential artists in the history of American music. Following the announcement of Johnny Cash's death, countless artists, friends, and fans offered their condolences to his family. News organizations devoted extensive coverage to looking back on his remarkable career, while recognizing the lasting contributions he made to country folk, gospel, and rock music. Johnny Cash's funeral was held on September 15, 2003, at First Baptist Church in Hendersonville. Around 1,500 people gathered to pay their final respects, including many renowned artists such as Chris Christopherson, George Jones, and Vince Gill. After the service, Johnny Cash was laid to rest beside June Carter Cash at Hendersonville Memory Gardens. Loretta Lynn was also among those who expressed deep sorrow over the loss of her longtime friend. To her, Johnny Cash was far more than a celebrated performer. He was someone who had shared many of country music's defining moments with her. Her memories of him were always tied to his sincerity and unwavering dedication to music. In many interviews that followed, Loretta Lynn looked back on the times she worked with Johnny Cash with great admiration. She said he always remained approachable, cared about his fellow artists, and never created distance between himself and others, even after becoming one of the biggest stars in the industry. That quality earned him exceptional respect from many musicians. One of the stories Loretta Lynn shared most often was connected to the making of her album, Full Circle. While recording at Johnny Cash Cabin Studio, she said she felt as if she saw Johnny Cash's figure inside the room. According to Loretta Lynn, the man was wearing a gray suit and appeared only for a brief moment. Loretta Lynn never claimed it was a supernatural event or attempted to explain what she experienced. She simply recounted her personal feelings while working in a place filled with memories of Johnny Cash. The story quickly captured the attention of fans and has often been retold whenever people discuss the friendship between the two artists. Beyond that remarkable experience, Loretta Lynn repeatedly said that Johnny Cash always held a special place in her life. She regarded him as a close friend, a respected colleague, and someone who helped create many treasured memories throughout their decades in music. After Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash both passed away, Loretta Lynn remained close to their family. She continued collaborating with John Carter Cash on numerous musical projects and returned many times to record at Johnny Cash Cabin Studio, a place that preserves many lasting memories connected to Johnny Cash's remarkable career. Before the final chapter of his life came to an end, Johnny Cash had built a remarkable career, filled with milestones that established him as an icon whose influence reached far beyond the boundaries of country music. Peak career. After making his first major impact at Sun Records with recordings such as Hey Porter and I Walk the Line, Johnny Cash quickly became one of the leading artists in country music. His distinctive deep voice and understated performance style gave him a unique identity that set him apart from many of his contemporaries. Not long after his early success, Johnny Cash moved to Columbia Records, opening a new chapter in his career. Joining a major record label created greater opportunities for growth while allowing his music to reach a much broader audience across the United States and many other countries. Among Johnny Cash's best-known songs, Folsom Prison Blues is consistently recognized as a defining milestone. The song, centered on life behind prison walls, quickly gained widespread attention and reflected his songwriting style, which focused on people living on the margins of society, a theme that remained central throughout his career. Another landmark was Ring of Fire, released in 1963. Co-written by June Carter and Merle Kilgore, the song became one of Johnny Cash's biggest hits. Its distinctive mariachi horn arrangement gave it a unique sound and helped establish it as one of the signature songs in country music. The success of these hit songs made Johnny Cash a familiar presence on the music charts. The quality that truly set him apart extended beyond record sales. It was his ability to connect with a wide range of audiences through themes of faith, family redemption, and hope. One of the most significant milestones in his career came on January 13, 1968, when Johnny Cash performed at Folsom State Prison in California. The concert was recorded and released as At Folsom Prison. The album became an immediate success and is widely regarded as the turning point that elevated his career to an entirely new level. Not long after the triumph at Folsom, Johnny Cash performed at San Quentin State Prison. The album At San Quentin also achieved impressive commercial success. The live performance of A Boy Named Sue became one of the most successful recordings of his entire career. That remarkable run of success earned Johnny Cash the title of CMA Entertainer of the Year. The award is regarded as one of the highest honors in the country music industry, recognizing his enormous influence on audiences as well as his outstanding contributions to American music. During the same period, the Johnny Cash Show premiered on television and quickly attracted a large audience. The program featured not only Johnny Cash's own songs, but also performances by many celebrated artists from different musical genres. It became one of the most influential music programs on American television. Through the show, Johnny Cash helped bring together a wide variety of musical styles. He welcomed traditional country performers alongside artists from folk, gospel, and rock sharing the same stage. That approach reflected his open-minded vision for promoting and expanding the reach of music. Later in his career, Johnny Cash made another lasting impression by collaborating with producer Rick Rubin on the American Recordings series. The project presented a refreshed image of the legendary singer while preserving the qualities that had always defined his music. Many critics regarded it as one of the most remarkable career comebacks by a veteran artist. The song "Hurt" became the defining highlight of that series. Originally written by 9 Inch Nails, Johnny Cash's interpretation received widespread acclaim from music critics. The music video, released not long before his passing, is also regarded as one of the most emotionally powerful works of his career. Throughout his remarkable career, Johnny Cash sold more than 90 million records worldwide. He received numerous Grammy Awards, including the Lifetime Achievement Award. In addition, Johnny Cash was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, an achievement accomplished by very few artists. After a career spanning several decades, Johnny Cash left behind far more than timeless songs. He also built a lasting legacy for his family and for the generations that followed. Legacy left behind. Johnny Cash's albums, recordings, and song publishing rights continued to generate a steady stream of revenue after his passing. Many of his works have been reissued on vinyl records, CDs, and digital streaming platforms, allowing his classic recordings to reach new generations of listeners around the world. In addition to his recordings, Johnny Cash's image continues to appear regularly in documentaries, television programs, and tribute projects. This has helped preserve the enduring appeal of the Man in Black, while reinforcing his unique place in the history of American music. One notable milestone was the film Walk the Line. The movie retraced the life journey of Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash, earning widespread praise from both critics and audiences. Its success sparked renewed public interest in the lives and careers of the two legendary artists. Beyond film, numerous books, memoirs, and music collections about Johnny Cash have continued to be published. These works offer diverse perspectives on his life career and defining milestones, helping preserve the cultural legacy he left behind. Johnny Cash Cabin Studio has also remained in operation and continues to be used for recording sessions. The studio is closely connected to many of Johnny Cash's final projects and remains a meaningful place for artists who appreciate traditional country music. In terms of his estate, many sources estimate that Johnny Cash's legacy was worth tens of millions of dollars at the time of his passing. As time has gone by, the value of his music publishing rights and catalog has continued to grow through sales licensing agreements and digital streaming platforms. Johnny Cash's will also attracted considerable media attention. Most of the management rights to his music-related assets, publishing rights, and royalty income were entrusted to his son, John Carter Cash. He became the person responsible for preserving and expanding the artistic legacy left by his father. Meanwhile, Johnny Cash's 4 daughters from his first marriage to Vivian Liberto also received cash inheritances according to the terms of his will. A legal dispute later arose over the royalty rights to the song Ring of Fire. The legal case continued for some time before the court reached its decision. In the end, the plaintiff's claims were denied, and the management of the royalty rights remained unchanged under the existing agreements. The case drew significant public attention, without diminishing the lasting value of Johnny Cash's musical legacy. Beyond the story of his estate, Johnny Cash's personal life has always been a subject of public interest. His first marriage to Vivian Liberto began in 1954. Together they had 4 daughters and built a family during the early years of Johnny Cash's career. The pressures of work, demanding tour schedules, and many personal challenges gradually placed a strain on that marriage. After many years together, Johnny Cash and Vivian Liberto officially divorced. The separation is widely regarded as a major turning point in the singer's personal life. Not long afterward, Johnny Cash married June Carter on March 1, 1968. They had one son, John Carter Cash. Their marriage lasted until June Carter Cash's passing and is often remembered as one of country music's most celebrated love stories. June Carter was more than Johnny Cash's wife. She was also an essential musical partner. She stood beside him on stage in the recording studio and during the periods when he struggled with drug addiction. Many people close to the family believed her support played a vital role in helping him transform his life. After Johnny Cash passed away, John Carter Cash continued carrying the responsibility of preserving his parents' legacy. He has produced numerous music projects, written books, and helped organize tribute programs that introduced Johnny Cash's work to new audiences. If you enjoy authentic stories about legendary musicians, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.